Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 5 of our February live series. I am so excited to be back with you all. And y'all, we have been here each and every day in this entire month of February, just talking on the importance of self love and emotional well being. And today is no different. So, if you are new to this channel, my name is Alexis, and I am a certified life coach here at Prospering in Singleness LLC. And I love to empower people to help them become the best version of themselves. And so, today is no different. We are going to dive into our topic for today, and we are going to be discussing protecting your heart, setting healthy boundaries. Alrighty. And so first off, I just want to start off by defining the word boundaries. What are healthy emotional boundaries? And these are just limits that we set for ourselves to as means of protection for our own emotional, our spiritual, and our psychological well-being. A boundary is just a limit. It's just something that you put in place to protect yourself from being exposed or from being manipulated. And it's something that we all have to practice. We have to learn the importance of setting boundaries in all of our relationships. So we know exactly what we're going to tolerate. So we know the things that we will not tolerate in a relationship or in a friendship. And it's so important to know these things because it's very biblical. Even in Proverbs 4 verse 23, it talks about how we should guard our hearts with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. So we have to be protective of our relationships. We have to be protective of even our own emotional well-being, and that is a very difficult thing at times. It can be challenging, but it's important, and you must do it. You must learn how to do it. And so, some of the common boundary issues for singles, and as you guys saw in the title on the thumbnail of the video, I said singles set the boundaries now because it's important that you learn how to do it now. So, before entering into a relationship, before entering into marriage, if that is your desire, it's important to learn those things right now. But some common boundary issues for singles is the people pleaser trap, right? Saying yes to everything and wanting to be liked by everyone for the sake of not ruffling feathers, for the sake of not trying to offend anyone, or whatever the reason may be. But the people pleaser trap, it's a snare, right? It's a snare. The Bible even talks about that. Are we going to be, men pleasers? Or are we going to be God pleasers? So it's important that we get out of that. Also, the fear of rejection, because we're afraid to be alone, or we just don't we want to lower our standards because we don't want to just stay single for how much ever time we have. But it's important to really let go of those things. And also, oversharing too soon, that's another common boundary issue for singles. When you get into a relationship, or you start a new friendship or relationship, at the beginning you're excited, you're the butterflies are tingling in your stomach, and so you have this tendency to overshare. Too much information too soon can be very dangerous. So it's very important that you exercise wisdom and caution there. um it's something that can leave us feeling vulnerable, especially if that situation doesn't work out. And here you are, you've given this person your whole life story on day one, and you just he just wants to know, hey, how you doing? Like, so it's important to keep those things in mind. I have some notes over here, guys, so I'm looking at them as well. But how to set emotional boundaries, let's get into how you can do that. Numero uno, like, you have to know your limits, right? So the first step is just being clear on your own emotional limits. You have to know things that make you uncomfortable, things that you do not want to get into. You have to know what things make you feel safe, or don't make you feel safe. So you really have to take time to reflect on past relationships, what worked, what did not work for you. And then if you don't have past relationships to go off of, it's important to observe what works for others, what didn't work for other people. So look at those healthy relationships in your life, or look at even the toxic ones that you may see, and what are they doing, and just kind of learn from observation. I hear a lot of people say that experience is the best teacher, but oftentimes I say, observation's a good teacher as well. So just watching and observing, so what's working for them and their situation, that can oftentimes, help you as well. And then numero dos, communicate clearly. So when you're starting to date someone new, or you're starting a new relationship, it's important to be open and honest about what you need in that relationship. Let them know your expectations and, your need for space, for self-care, whatever it is that you need to take care of. Healthy communication is key, and don't be afraid to be upfront and to be forward with your stance and your expressing your needs in that relationship early on. That is very important. Not saying you need to tell everything, all of your business all up once, but at front, right? But just using, wisdom there, but expressing yourself and literally just being clear in your communication. The third one, numero tres, is learn to say no. Oh my gosh, I think I talked about this on the video yesterday, guys, but learning to say no. Boundaries are just not about saying no to others, but it's important. Like when you it's important. So many of us, I've seen so many people, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, but so many people I have seen are just afraid to say no. If you don't like something, if you don't want to do something that someone is even asking you, hey, give me some time to think about it. Let me think about it. Because we're afraid of how they're going to react or how they're going to respond. We don't want to let them down. Listen, you just have to be true to your own self. My God, to thine own self, be true. If you don't want to do something, just don't do it. You do not have to feel obligated to or pressured into doing anything that you don't want to do. Saying no, is just something that we have to practice, that you really have to practice. It doesn't matter who you're saying no to, if it's your family members, if it's a loved one, if it's your friends, your coworkers, your boss. I mean, if it's something that you cannot do, something that you are not comfortable with doing, say no. All right. Numero cuatro, practice self-care. Learning how to say yes to yourself, right? So saying no, hey, you may have to say no to yourself as well. Self-care may mean you not doing something that you really want to do, but that's not good for you. So practicing, like knowing your needs, making sure you're investing in activities that recharge you. You're spending time with loved ones, you're pursuing your passions and your hobbies, making sure that you are practicing self-care. These are the ways and the how to set the emotional boundaries in your life. And numero cinco, respect others' boundaries. So just as you want to be respected, you want your no respected, you need to respect the no of others. And so understanding, like if someone says, hey, I'm not doing that right now, being very respectful and giving them their space, because I believe that healthy relationships, healthy friendships, healthy marriages thrive off of mutual respect and understanding. So when you mutually respect someone, there is trust that is built there, and there is opportunity and space to grow and for that relationship to thrive. So those were our 5 ways on how to set healthy emotional boundaries. Know your limits, communicate clearly, learn to say no, practice self-care, and to respect others' boundaries. And so one thing that I want to say, just even about, especially for singles, when you are learning how to really establish those healthy boundaries, understand that this is common misconception that setting boundaries doesn't mean is like that you're shutting people off, right? Like you're just completely guarding, coming up with this, constructing this wall where you are protecting yourself. Like, no, nobody can't hurt me. Like, no, like boundaries kind of, it helps you from being hurt or just manipulated or misled or even deceived by people. But it's not, shutting yourself off to people. It's the opposite, actually. By setting clear emotional boundaries, you're opening yourself up to healthy love. And so most people see it as, oh man, you just like, closed off or stuck up or anything like that. But it's not the case. Like love is meant to be built on respect and communication and mutual care and respect. So a lot of people see healthy boundaries as, just you're closing yourself off to love, but it's not that way. You want to be open to healthy love and you want it to be the right way. So the person that God has for you, the right friendships and relationships that are meant for you, they will respect your boundaries. If you say, "Hey, um don't do this," or "Hey, I would, I don't appreciate you talking to me with that tone of voice," or "Hey, I need you to be mindful with XYZ 1, 2, and 3." They will respect you. The ones that are meant for you, they will respect your boundaries. And so as we wrap up, I just want to encourage you to really think back on your own boundaries, your emotional boundaries. Do you have emotional boundaries? And what do you need to do in order to start practicing using these tips that I shared? Like, hey, do I need to start saying no more? Do I understand what my limits are? Do I need to practice, just healthier communication and practicing self care and just respecting other people? So just think about like where you are with your boundaries and what you need to work on because this is going to be crucial, especially when you get married. You're going to have to, exercise boundaries just even in protecting your own marriage. So learn it now. The earlier you can learn and establish your boundaries, the better off you will be just moving forward in life. So I pray this video will bless you guys, and I am excited. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow and today and every Wednesday in this month. We will be coming on earlier. Usually, I try to come on between 7 and 9 in the evening, but on Wednesdays I'll be coming in around midday to the afternoon time period due to an already a commitment that I have on Wednesday. So yeah, that's why you guys are seeing me come live earlier now, but I'm so thankful for you. And if you have not already, make sure you subscribe and like the channel, like the videos, and make sure you register for our weekly webinar, which is every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am so grateful for just the community of singles that we have every week. You guys are in for a treat this month because we come in live, going live every single day. And we will also be meeting on Sundays on Zoom. So make sure you register for that. See the link in the comment in the description of this video and look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.